Here we have our transmission transfer case skid plate with optional cat guards for the second gen Sequoia and Tundra. That's 2007 to 2022. This can be installed standalone or paired with our engine skid plate. Here we have the hardware for the transmission skid plate. We've got the hardware up here for our optional cat guards and 2 sets of long bolts. If you've ordered our transmission engine skid plate package, you'll only get 1 set of these because 1 set is shared between the engine and the transmission skid plate. First step with the transmission skid plate is to install the cat guard hardware if you have cat guards. If you don't have cat guards, you can proceed on to the next step. Install the carriage bolts into the skid plate. You'll take the corresponding little square under the head and slip it through the square hole on the side of the skid plate. Then you'll use this metal retaining clip to just hold the bolt in place until later when we get the trans skid plate in place. I use a 10mm deep socket to then push the clip over the threads. The transmission skid plate bolts up to this cross member here and this forward cross member here between the engine skid plate and the cross member using the same hardware. It's got slots in it, so it'll just nose right in. You shouldn't have to undo that hardware if you left it loose from doing your engine skid. If you don't have an engine skid, it'll just bolt up directly. The hardware sandwiches around the cross member in the front and the rear. There aren't threaded holes, so you have to use a nut on the back side, which is why we left the cat guards off so that you can get in here and access this. Hardware goes up through this hole here, and nut and washer go on top, and the same for the other side. Okay, so this will just slip right up into place. We're using a fancy transmission jack here, but this would work with a floor jack in a similar arrangement, or if you're on your back on a creeper, you can kind of hold it up and slide it into place. It's really not too bad to do. But we have a lift and a transmission jack, so we're going to use it. Once you're close and you have your front stabbed, you'll want to lift the rear up and push it forward so that the clearance holes will sort of slip over the bolt heads that are in the side of this cross member right in this gap here. So up and forward, and that will align you with that clearance hole there and let you slip your nut and your washer in. It's always good to be supported. Now we just tighten everything up. I'm going to work from the rear to the front. Now you'll just slip your cat guards on over those captured bolts.
They were shooting last year at the so we just dropped it off the blank. Actually, I was like, dude, I got like 70 hours in this thing. Like, I could have got 50. Like, say for like 6 grand. He's like, you can't do that. Mm.
Cool.
I can show you.